Hey everyone, welcome back to Mini Bike Mike's Garage. So I'm on video number 2 on this little Honda Z50K2. Did a video a week or so ago. We did a kind of a will it run type of thing. And at that time I was in my garage at my house. As you can see now, I've moved it over to the bike shop. And I cleaned it up a little bit and I've done a little bit of work that I didn't really film. But I've got something I need to do today to the bike and I thought I'd bring you guys along. But I'll put a link to the first video in the description that kind of tells you the story of this bike. I love it. You know, there are so many guys out there now who are rebuilding these and they're taking them back to, you know, they're restoring them back to original or whatever. And they're beautiful bikes, but man, there's just so many of them. So when I ran across this, and it had this paint job and this seat and stuff, it's just different. And I fell in love with it. And I like it because it is different. And I'm leaving it this way. So go back and watch that first video and get the story on this. I won't bore you with it now. But we do need to take a look at something. I've got a rear sprocket on this that's really loose and got some issues. So you know what? Instead of me rattling on, well, I'll just bring it in. I'll just show it to you. All right, so actually I've got two issues with this this back tire. One, it's flat, it won't hold air. But the bigger issue I'm really concerned about is this sprocket and the amount of play that it has on that hub. So I think what I really need to do is go ahead and pull the axle and take the chain off and see if we get that back tire out of there. See if we can get these bolts. I think there's 3 that hold that sprocket to the hub. See if we can get that to tighten up and then see if we can do something about this back tire and get it to hold air. And then I think we're ready to maybe take it more, you know, for a little longer spin. So let me get I think I got some tools here, but let me get set up and let's pull that off of there. Okay, so I've got the bike propped up onto a couple pieces here. I've got my little motorcycle, the lift, tied up on another project. So I just stuck some steel underneath it to get the back tire off the ground. Let's see how bad this axle fights us here. Oh, it's not going to be bad. Take that out, see if we can slide the chain off of it. Biggest issue is clearing all the brake plate over here. There we go. All right, let's come around there and zoom you guys in and take a better look at this. All right, so we've got the 3 bolts. We've got a little retainer here that is supposed to keep the bolts from backing off. Of course, this thing looks like they've been taken off a few times. They're about to break. Yeah. Okay, what is that? Maybe 13 millimeter? Yeah, 13. Let's see if it'll even begin to tighten. Oh, that one kind of grabbed. That one did too. Oh, you know what? All 3 of them did. Do we push our luck and go a little tighter? I'm going to quit there on that one. That one feels pretty good. I'll quit there. You know what? I think I'll stop there too. So, oh yeah, that had me a little bit worried. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was a little concerned on whether or not we were gonna be able to And I knew these tabs are just gonna, these locking tabs are gonna break right off. They've been bent so many times. Yep. They're not doing us much good. Got too much stuff in the way. All right, we'll go with that. All right, the other thing is the tire doesn't hold air. Now it's got a tube in it, and I'm gonna be quite honest with you, I'm a little too lazy today to break that down. So I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna go the lazy cheap man way, and that is, I'm going to put some of this slime in that tire. Now I wouldn't do this if it didn't have a tube in it, because it just creates such a mess that I wouldn't do that to somebody, myself or the next guy in line who has to pull that tire off and has to deal with that mess that slime creates in there. But since it has a tube in it, and it does hold air for a short period of time, it can't have too big a hole, so I'm hoping to put some of this slime in that tube, and it'll stay with inside that tube. So if down the road someone, myself or someone else, tears this apart, all they've got is a tube full of slime and not a huge mess. I was thinking I was going to use about half of this jug. Of course, I can't tell where half's at. I think we'll go about right there. Now, let's see if we can get it all back together. Let me check the camera, see what you guys are looking at. I'm just going to go right back together. Just the opposite way we took it apart. Oh, got that. Come on. Oh, had the brakes engaged, and okay. That's good. Get our axle. Oh no, stay in there. Awesome. Put our adjuster back on this side. tighten that up all the way because we need to tighten the chain a little bit. Yeah, that's better than it was. Put a couple turns over here to match. It doesn't look too bad. All right. Tighten down, snug that down, snug this one down. Brakes are dragging just a tad now that we pulled it back. That's not too bad. Let me get let's get some air and put in this tube. Let that stuff kind of roll around in that tube until it finds where the hole's at. All right, I think we're ready to take it down off the table and take it for a spin. I think I mentioned earlier in the video, I did some work but didn't film it. And you'll see some differences between the bike now and in the first video if you go back and watch it. There was no headlight lens. There was no grip. There was no brake cable. And that's a wrong brake cable, but at least it's a brake cable. It doesn't have the stop switch in it. There was no front fender. Again, I've got the wrong front fender, but I had one of the plastic Z50R fenders, and it was already painted black, so it kind of matches. There were no reflectors on the forks, so I found some and put those on there. We didn't have a Kickstarter, so I put a Kickstarter on it. Didn't have a taillight lens, so we put a taillight lens on it. Now, I have not worried about any electrical and trying to get lights working. That's maybe for another video down the road. Today, I'm just trying to make it look complete and make it maybe run and ride. What else did I do off camera? Oh, I put I actually got the kickstand with the bike when I got the bike, but it wasn't on it, so I put that on there. And I cleaned the carburetor. If you remember from the very first video, we got it to run, but it wouldn't run off choke. And I cleaned out the idle jet, and I believe it will run now. So I think we're ready to take it down off of the table. And hopefully, and that was all yesterday when I was tinkering around. So hopefully I will get it to fire up today. So let me get it down off the table, and we'll bring you right back. Let's see, turn the fuel on. Key on. Come on, baby. Don't slip. Such a neat little bike. All right, let's take it outside and run around the parking lot. And oh, I'm just now remembering something. Hang on a second. I I can't believe I almost forgot this. So yesterday, when I was washing the bike and cleaning it up and getting all the dust and the barn dirt and stuff off of it, I haven't mentioned it in this video, but I did in the first video. This is a Honda Z50K2, but it has a K1 tank that has the round badges. So that's been changed. At some point, the guy I bought it off of, he painted this 25 some plus years ago when he was 7 or 8 or 9 years old, put all these flames on it. Well, when I was washing it yesterday, got clean grease and stuff, I ran across something that I did not notice in the first video. Do you see that? And it's a silver cylinder. So I'm guessing at some point, because someone put an SL70. I doubt that's a CL70. I'm going to guess that's an SL70 top end on this thing. It does have the original Z50 bottom end, but we've got 72 cc's, fellas. No wonder it's got flames. It's fast. It's going to go. Or I hope it does anyway. So, all right, let's fire it back up and take it outside. Shifts a little bit better if you go the right direction. I'm so used to my Lifens and their 4-up pattern that I went to shift to third gear, and I actually went back down to first. So I think I'm gonna put a chest cam on. Let's go take it for a spin. All right, you guys with me? Look at that, it doesn't even smoke. Just sitting there purring. Hopefully that back tire will hold air. Don't look at that do not enter sign. Oh, we got speed bump. Got another speed bump. That's what we'll do to get it. Oh, another one. Oh, those are kind of fun. Hi. Jumping speed bump, moving my camera. Let's jump this one. You ready? Heck yeah! Uh-oh. She's cutting out on me. Oh no. Something happened. We must have grabbed some junk out. We must have got some crap out of the tank in the carb or something. Oh no. It'll run on choke a little bit better. Get back to the shop. Oh no, she's a no-go on choke, off choke again. was just way too much fun. So unfortunately, it didn't last very long. Apparently, I've got some junk I got to clean out of the carburetor again. I didn't get it quite good enough, or we going over the speed bumps, we shook up some stuff in the tank, which then settled in the carb. But it's running, but it won't run off choke, kind of like it did in the very first video. So yeah, what the heck? That gives us another video for this bike. Maybe we could also revisit or look at the electrical that we didn't look at in this video. So, but we're getting close. I also want to straighten up the handlebars. We've got some bends. So I guess what I'm saying is look for video number 3 in a couple weeks, and we'll come back and take a look at this bike again. Guys, I hope you're enjoying it. I'm liking it, knowing that it's got a 72cc top end, and it's got a little bit of get up. It's actually a fun little bike to ride. So this is probably going to be a keeper for me. Keep this in my collection just because I like it, because it's different. It's not like the other 3,000 that you're seeing on Facebook pages in the last few weeks where everybody, you know, restores them back to original. And although like I said, I like that, but I also like something that's a little bit different too. So anyway, you guys have a great day. I'll see you on the next video. Later.